Your Excellencies, Head of State Government, Mr. Jan Eliassens, Deputy Secretary of the United Nations, Dr. Nolan Jesus, Under Secretary of the United Nations, and Executive Secretary of ESCAP, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, in accordance with Myanmar tradition, I would like to extend my best wishes for your personal well-being to all present here today. It is with great pleasure that I join you here today. It is a particular pleasure to be here at the invitation of Under Secretary General Dr. Nolan Hazer, who has been a steadfast friend of Myanmar since the beginning of her tenure as the Executive Secretary of ESCAP, and who has led these regional commissions to new relevance and new heights. I have been long admirer of her courage and determination. I am humble and thankful for ESCAP's decision to present plaque of recognitions for my endeavors in setting Myanmar on the path to transformations. I am confident that this kind of recognition comes from not my efforts alone, but from collective efforts of Myanmar people. I am pleased as well to be part of this Regional Policy Development Forum. The Economics and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific, from its inception, was designed to bring the region together to face common challenges and to address common needs, and has been a critical part of the regional multilateral architecture. I am proud that my compatriot, Union, led this august body for many of its early years, and I would like to now to reaffirm Myanmar's steadfast commitment to ESCAP and the work it is undertaking. Our government has been concurrently carrying out with momentum of the two major missions, political stability and economic development. We have implemented relaxations and necessary policy changes in line with the newly endorsed framework for economic and social reforms, while we are building strong economic institutions for economic development. In order to take actions of the opportunities that rise from the current political and economic changes, we have started all transparent and inclusive stakeholders meetings, including civil societies. It is imperative to strengthen public-private partnership as well as to reinforce mutual trust and understanding between them. We greatly appreciate ESCAP assistance in public-private partnership policy implementation. Since our policies mostly rely on agriculture, tremendous changes in rural and agriculture sectors are demanded at the moment. Therefore, we plan to accelerate public-private partnership in agriculture sector as well. We greatly appreciate ESCAP contributions and cooperation in this area. We are meeting at a crucial time today. On the one hand, Asia and the Pacific economic development and success and reducing poverty has been one of the key narratives of the early 21st century's world. We have marveled at the development of the past decades, at the constant society around the region, and the massive improvements in infrastructures and emergence of new middle classes. On the other hand, we know that the continuation of this positive story is not something on which we can depend. The global economy has been in difficult times for several years, and worsening times in many bigger economies is a real possibility. Demand for Asian goods may decline. Further economic shocks are possible. The only certainty is that uncertainties will continue, at least over the medium term. As growth slows, we know as well that it is the poorer countries and the more vulnerable people and communities that will suffer most in any downturn. And even with continued growth, we are also aware of the dangers of unregulated development on the natural environment, on social cohesion, and the daily lives of ordinary people. We are aware that we live in a region that is more at risk from the impact of natural disaster than any other part in the world. And here again, it is the poor and most vulnerable that will suffer the most if we ignore the challenges that face us and are unprepared. The theme of this year's forum, Building Resilience to Natural Disasters and Economic Crisis, is an incredibly appropriate one. Myanmar is among one of the poorest countries in the region. However, my government is working hard to change this, to grow the economy in a balanced manner, to protect the environment at the same time, to pay special attention to vulnerable communities, to end the armed conflicts that have plagued us for so many decades with a just and sustainable peace, to end our isolations, to see the lifting of all economic sanctions, and rejoin the global economy. But as we set our boat out into these broader waters, we are also aware of the fact that we make ourselves more vulnerable to the shocks and crises emanating from the world markets. This is not a new experience for us. In the 19th century, under colonizations, Myanmar had been brought into the global economy. For a while, this created growth and new jobs, new opportunities. But we are entirely unprepared for the Great Depressions in 1930 and the sudden collapse of prices in Myanmar exports led to many people lost everything. As a result, extremist ideologies emerged. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are also too aware of dangers of natural disasters. Cyclone Nuggets in 2008 led to the deaths of more than 100,000 people in the Erie Delta that comprise one of my native home. Dr. Nolin Hazer and her team were at the forefront of helping us in the aftermath of that terrible tragedy. And if there is one thing we know for sure, it is that natural disaster may occur again. We have read and followed with great interest the reports that have been written and the discussion that have been taking place over the past few days on this theme. I understand that the importance of not just one national, but also community-level resilience. We want to learn, but also share our own experiences and be part of new regional partnerships to tackle our common threats and challenges. I wish you all the best in the deliberations to follow. Thank you very much.